Hey everybody, I hope you're well on this another beautiful day. I'm hoping as I say this, I feel like the last couple times I've done this, I've done my videos on beautiful day and the next day the skies open up with torrents of rain. So it does sound like we might be getting another soggy weekend, but we'll see how we do. I guess I wanted to start off first just mentioning the fact that this week it feels like there's a lot of hard news out there, of course, dominated by the vicious attacks in Israel on, families, children, civilians. They're very hard to watch. It affects all of us. Of course, here it's also reflected in increasing levels of anti-Semitism that I have been hearing about in Connecticut and elsewhere. And I guess I just want to start off by saying sometimes it's a choice to try to be constructive and positive in the face of this, but it's hard sometimes and sort of knocks you back a bit. So I hope we can take comfort in one another and in the value of our community and of working together and what we can do to try to make this place a better place for all of us and to take care of everyone in the community. So I'll use that as a transition to taking care of everybody in the community, which I'll talk a little bit about FQHCs, or federally qualified health centers, which do in fact take care of everybody. They deal with everyone regardless of your ability to pay. And as you all know, there is a new one under construction in Canaan. I'm very excited about that. I had a meeting today at Community Health and Wellness with the executive director and others, Joanne Bourdois, and others involved with the center about what's happening at their various locations. We met in Torrington, but also talking about what's happening in Canaan. And so first I want to note, for those of you watching that construction, I hear from a lot of you because we all drive past it and it looks fantastic. It's going up fast. That Community Health and Wellness, just to remind everyone, is one of the top federally qualified health centers, or FQHCs, in the country. And one of the distinctive things about FQHCs is that the federal government monitors them for quality. They get evaluated for quality on a regular basis. And Community Health and Wellness has the top awards for quality in the country. I think they're the only one to get the top award in Connecticut, and they're one of very few across the nation. So we are really lucky to have them available to us doing this work in our corner of the world. And I got a report today, their hiring is going well. They told a few stories of young people who, have the appropriate medical, qualifications, training to do the work that they're, looking for people for. And they're people who grew up in our community, moved away for a little while and are working elsewhere in the state and are really looking for an opportunity to come back home, to our corner of the world. And that's really exciting that we're able to hire them. And it's a really positive statement about what this is going to do for our community. We did some, last week I talked about the bond commission meeting and some of the things that we funded, and I did not mention that we did provide some funding for FQHCs across the state, as well as funding that we put in the budget this year, because they do really form an important piece of the healthcare system, and particularly in rural areas. I have looked at, many of us have looked at trying to figure out solutions to our challenges, models in other parts of the country, but nearby in Massachusetts and New York, and the ones that are most successful are all a combination of health system and FQHC. And so I'm really excited about the possibility of what they're going to be able to provide us in terms of medical care, behavioral health care. Ultimately, they're hopeful that they can provide dental care. That won't be there initially, but they're going to be, I'll stop saying how excited I am, but I really think it's going to make a qualitative difference to our community to have them here. And then I wanted to highlight a meeting I'm having next week, which I'll fill you in on after I've had it, but a lot of interest in our community. I know about the legislation we passed on allowing towns to install red light or speed cameras. The regulations for the process of being able to put one of those in use are still being written, and I have a meeting with the Department of Transportation this week to talk about that process and to figure out how it works for small towns, because there's a pretty profound change going on at the Department of Transportation with respect to the focus on pedestrian safety, and I'm really excited to see that, because that's one of the issues that I hear from all of you about people speeding through all of our towns. And so I'm hopeful that this is going to, I want to see how it's going to be workable for the towns in our district. So I'm really looking forward to that. This weekend, Kent Land Trust is having a hike with Project Sage, the domestic violence agency, on Saturday. I'm really excited to do that. The Cornwall Firehouse has an open house on Sunday. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to the Litchfield County Farm Bureau dinner on the 19th. So lots of great things. Hope to see you out there at one or more of these events. See you soon.